Get ready. It's time to have some fun, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from KDKA TV studios in downtown Pittsburgh. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
It's Wednesday already.
Yay! I love Wednesdays because rain is here.
That's true. We get to eat.
I'm already thinking ahead.
Yeah, I like how you think, too. And because it is February 5th?
Yes.
Yes.
So yesterday we had a little birthday celebration at home because Rocco is now 7 months. I cannot believe he's 7 months old.
7 months old.
July
July 4th.
Insane. So I posted this and I said, eat your hearts out, because I gave him the little heart to hold.
Oh.
So here he is. And then I got
such a cutie
Sunny
pie.
in on the fun. Lila was at school, but she loves him. Like,
I can tell.
yeah, loves him.
She's a sweetie, too.
She cannot get enough of him, constantly in his face. Poor thing.
He always has a grin. Like, at least in the pictures you share, he always has a grin.
I'm happy to report that he is a playpen baby.
What does that mean?
We've never had one of those.
You mean he likes to be in the playpen?
You can put him in the playpen. He has a bunch of toys, and he just sits there and plays, and it is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing.
Here's to playpen babies.
Here is to playpen babies.
Cheers.
Love that.
All right, we should also toast Ron Smiley today.
We should.
Because it is National Weather Person's Day. It's also National Shower with a Friend Day.
What?
Which I don't think the two are related.
Wait, there's a, I don't
I'm not
know.
sure. Ron, can you explain that?
The first one, maybe. The second one,
like
not
rain
at all.
shower with a friend
I have
day,
no idea.
Or
Yeah.
But we're here to celebrate you.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
Just
and a
leave it
friend
here.
and
Every day.
and
When
a
I go
friend
home
if
and
you
take a
want,
shower,
apparently.
That ends. The friendship ends while I'm taking a shower. I just want you to know that's my happy place. Do not join my happy place. All right.
Okay.
I don't know. This is really going off the rails here.
There's actual weather to talk about, right? There's actually a
do.
winter weather advisory, right?
There is, and so we wanted to talk about that really quickly as well. So on our day, we have a lot of work going on because of what's going on. I also want to just quickly mention 10 years ago to the day, that was the start of Snowmageddon, February 5th and the 6th of 2010. 21 inches, more than that, of some snow. Hey, tonight it's going to be wintry mix, freezing rain. That's the possibility. You can see the communities right there. Starts at 7 o'clock, at least a chance for some freezing rain in elevated areas along I-80, and goes through 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So just be aware of that. Up and down temperatures over the next couple of days. Make sure you stay here to KDKA for the latest on the weather.
All right. Thanks, Ron. We appreciate it.
I just can't get past the whole.
Apparently, because it has to do with conserving fresh water. And so it's a tongue-in-cheek way of making you think about having fresh water.
Or
the shower with a friend thing. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
We probably should. I'm still stuck on this. I didn't know there was a day for it. And
Well, Jill told me this morning. So there's a sign of spring, despite the winter weather advisory. The truck carrying all of the Pirates spring training equipment left for Florida yesterday. So it's packed with crates and I don't know how they fit this all in a truck. There's a lot there, full of bats and gloves and uniforms and everything else the Buccos need for spring training.
And they clearly need a lot.
They do. And it's not that far off. In fact, pitchers and catchers report next week.
It's amazing. It always makes you think of, I mean, I don't know if the Pirates will be any good this year, but it always makes you think of spring nonetheless, right?
No,
So
it's positive.
It is
like
positive.
Even when they're not doing well, a trip to the ball yard is fun.
It is fun. Get a beer and a hot dog. I love going
It's
to
a great experience.
I know. All right, well, from the diamond to the stage, we want to tell you about Stephen Brault taking his adventures to Heinz Hall. You may remember when he sang the national anthem. Take a listen.
Yeah, he is good.
He is so good. So if you
Yeah.
want to see him in action again, you can, because he's teaming up with PNC Pops and the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra for Blockbuster Broadway. And I thought that you would really enjoy this, David, because they're going to be singing show tunes.
I think that would be awesome. I would love to hear him sing show tunes.
I wonder
I
what
would want to
price-
join in, but they would never want me to join in.
Well, I'm sure that that's the fun of it, right? I mean, you know, the audience can get involved and probably sing along with some of their favorites.
I wonder if he would come on the show. Jason Momoa won't, but maybe Stephen will.
Yeah, Jason Momoa still hasn't
We're
answered
still
my Instagram
we're
message.
still holding out hope. Jason,
I don't even know if he checks
Jason.
Instagram messages.
please come on the show, Jason,
You're
before you
gonna-
leave Pittsburgh.
Directly looking at
Yes.
him. With your James Bond look.
All right, I have a cautionary tale. This could happen to anyone, perhaps. Always double check before you press send on a message. So I'm leaving work the other day and I forgot to do something. So I stop on the stairwell and I decide to send an email before I forgot, because I forget things. So I get in the car and then I would forget. So I wanted to say I forgot to check back before I darted out the door. So take a look at what this is here. So I forgot to check back before I darted out the door. Well, it turns out D and F are next to each other on the keyboard. So I didn't type darted. I typed something else and pressed send, and it went to one of the managers here at KDKA.
Are you not going to share what you actually, do you want me to say it?
Yeah, I want you
Before
to say.
you farted out the door?
I did. So I had to write back to her. Like, I saw it that evening and laughed hysterically. And I had to write back to her. I didn't actually do what I said that I did. But anyway, take this as a word of caution that you should always double check before you press send. Because once you press send, it's over. It's out there.
Well, it's so true. And here's the thing. It's not just typing, but I feel like, too, we do so much of this.
Oh, dictating into the phone, yeah.
Yes, so, you know, because you want to be hands-free, or maybe you're telling it in your car, or whatever the case might be. But, yeah, then...
And how it thinks what it hears.
Here's a little truth about me. Sometimes I like to use swear words in my text messages. Not all the time, but sometimes it is deserving of it. And my phone is always autocorrecting back to an appropriate word and not the one that I want to use.
Oh, well, so it saves you from your swear word.
So.
Well,
Marie, I know this happens to you
Marie,
too.
our floor director, is laughing right now. But this autocorrect doesn't always autocorrect correctly, of course. And I remember I was doing an interview with this cruise expert, like a travel cruise expert, and all I wanted to write was best wishes at the end, and it changed it to beast wavies. That's not even a thing. Beast wavies isn't a thing.
It must be if your phone says that it is.
No,
it's so funny.
Not. But anyway, just check before you press send, because anything can happen.
Well, there's this adorable video that's floating around. We had to share it with you. You may have seen this, and if you haven't, prepare yourself for cuteness overload.
Overload, yes. So this is a second grader talking about her perfect attendance pencil. Her name is Taylor, and she accuses fellow classmate Lizzie of taking it. And this happened when Taylor put her pencil in the box to be sharpened, and then it wasn't there anymore. Well, the video has gone viral, and it's no wonder why. Watch this.
I went to go get my pencil, and guess what I saw? Nothing but yellow, plain old pencils. I couldn't find my perfect attendance pencil, which is the only pencil I turned in. I had to take somebody else's pencil because somebody, and I know who, stole my perfect attendance pencil, who didn't even earn one because they were in Canada.
Yes, Lizzie was in Canada, and somehow she winds up with the perfect attendance pencil. So
and
now,
then lost it, right?
Well, I'm not sure. I know that she did not get it. Taylor did not get it back. And so her mom at the end of the video is trying to tell her, it's just a pencil. And Taylor's like, it's a perfect attendance pencil.
It's not just any pencil.
Yes. And so now all of Twitter hates Lizzie, the poor thing.
Poor little Lizzie.
Yeah, because Lizzie was in Canada. So she couldn't have had the perfect attendance pencil. But that's just so cute.
The one good thing about social media is some of these fun things, like getting to see that video that you may not have otherwise gotten to see. I mean, things go viral, and it's so much fun. Like the world's worst cat.
Yes, and we have good news to report on this. So we told you last week about this shelter in, where was it, North Carolina, I think, and they identified this cat as the world's worst cat. They said, we thought she was just sick, she got checked out, turns out she's just a jerk.
She's just a jerk.
So they promoted her this way on Facebook, and then they wind up getting all these applications.
175 applications.
People who wanted to take home the world's worst cat. So the good news is they have selected a couple in Tennessee who is going to take this cat. So she now has a home, but her dislikes were hilarious. So these are the things that the cat dislikes: the color pink, kittens, because they're so chipper, dogs, children, the Dixie Chicks, which is interesting, Disney movies, Christmas, and last but not least, hugs.
Most cats don't like hugs.
No,
you know what?
most
I take that back.
Some cats do.
I've never had a cat, so I can't say that for certain.
I had a cat that used to come up on my chest if I was sleeping and would curl up and just sleep there.
And did, like,
and a
hugs.
cat purring on your chest.
Oh, is that sweet?
It is sweet. What do you mean? do that?
I don't know. We've had cats on the show before, and they're cute, but I've never had one around all the time. I just hear these horror stories about how they're jerks. That's what I
Well,
hear.
that
climbing
cat's a
and
jerk.
knocking over Christmas trees and
Well, they do that. But they do it in a
clawing
lovable
furniture.
way. They do. They do it in a loving way. Yes. But anyway, we're happy to report that the world's worst cat has
Has been
found a home.
adopted.
And
We're happy about
hopefully
that.
she can keep that home.
yes.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't
She's not
change
on
their
such
mind and
bad
take her
behavior.
back. Yeah.
I doubt it. I
So,
doubt it.
Anyhow, time for us to take a break so we can get to today's show because we have a lot planned and we have some great guests waiting in the wings right now. Rainha is here, as we
Yay!
mentioned, to share an easy stir-fry recipe for a fresh change of pace in the middle of winter.
And after a great opening night for Miss Saigon, one of the stars is up early and with us this morning. Find out what makes this show such a big hit with audiences.
And it's makeover week, and we have a great room makeover for you today. See what a pro designer did to give this room a big update and how you can recreate that look in your own home.
And you were all holding hands. I love that.
We were. Got very into it. We bonded. All that and much more on this Wednesday, January 5th, when PTL comes right back.